Chapter 6 Euro Planning. Low profile. He had to keep a low profile. Zhao Hai was very clear after reading countless traversal novels, that if you don't a Euro trademark T know how to keep a low profile after arriving in another world, there won't a Euro trademark T be any good consequences. Zhao Hai believed that novels were just fantasies. The reason why protagonists could unleash winds and rains after arriving in different worlds was because of the author's Euro trademark Great Fingers. If someone arrived at a completely foreign environment and still acted cocky, then they would surely die an awful death in the end. And now, Zhao Hai Euro trademark S identity was still Buddha Familia Euro trademark S last heir, and at the same time, they offended the greatest force of Aksu Empire. Under these conditions, if he didn't a Euro trademark T know how to keep a low profile, then the first one to perish would be him. Although he could use the spatial farm for hiding, there are too many ways to kill a person. Zhao Hai did not want to lose his head without even knowing why in his sleep. Just when Zhao Hai was thinking about these things, there were sudden knocks on the door. Zhao Hai was distracted, but he immediately said, "A Euro, come in a Euro." Meg opened the door and came in while she lowered her head without looking at him. She bowed to him and spoke, "A Euro, young master a Euro," and said nothing after that. Zhao Hai looked at Meg with a bitter smile. The reason why she didn't a Euro trademark T look at him was because Adam tried to molest her in the past for her beauty, but he didn't a Euro trademark T have his way in the end. However, Meg always hid from him after that. Even when meeting each other, she would only say a Euro young Mr. a Euro trademark with a lowered head, before turning around to leave. Zhao Hai sighed. This was all Adam a Euro trademark S fault, yet he had to take the fall. Heavens, what kind of abominable karma was this? Zhao Hai sighed before he looked at Meg and said, "A Euro, I don't a Euro trademark T have anything right now. You go and take a rest. I want to sleep for a while as well. Just call me when dinner comes a Euro." Meg responded with a sound before turning to leave. She even closed the door softly for Zhao Hai as she went out. Looking at how Meg was escaping from him, it made him smile bitterly again. Now he was in a totally good condition without a bit of discomfort. He said that he was going to sleep for a while because he wanted to arrange Autumn a Euro trademark S memories and see if there was anything he didn't a Euro trademark T know already. Plus, now that he had the spatial farm, it would be a great help to his future developments. He wanted to think about how to make the best use of this farming space. Now his farm space was planted with radishes. If the radishes were sold to the farm, he would get at least 500 gold coins. In other words, he could earn 350 gold coins. He could also bring the radishes out from storage, and then let Meg bring them to other places on Ark Continent. This might possibly get him even more gold coins. But importantly, he didn't a Euro trademark T know if Ark Continent had vegetables like radishes right now. Adam was a squanderer, so there was no way he would go and buy groceries. Usually he would eat better dishes or cooked vegetables, so he knew nothing about what was put into the dishes. There was no way he would know if there were vegetables like radishes in this continent. If the radishes could not be sold outside, then he had to process them as well. The Euro trademark like treasures all over, and the system should accept only the radishes. It wouldn't a Euro trademark T want the radish leaves, while radish leaves are actually very delicious. Simply pickle them, and they will be a delicious delicacy. Zhao Hai lived in northern China, so he still remembered clearly that when he was little, his mother would often use pickled radish leaves to make dishes. The flavor was very good as well. The radish leaves can also become a type of animal feed to feed some herbivores. If this world had no such thing like radishes, he could sell the radishes while leaving the leaves to feed some herbivore magic beasts. In Autumn a Euro trademark S memories, some magic beasts were easy to raise and would eat anything. If that point came, then he would breed lots of those magic beasts and there would be no need to worry about the lack of meat for eating. He could still establish a ranch and it would naturally draw in more income. Even if this world had radishes and the cost would be low, if he wished to sell them to the shop, he could also spare the leaves. Whatever the case, they must not be wasted. Zhao Hai Euro trademark S level was insufficient right now, so he couldn't Euro trademark T unlock the ranch in the space just yet. But he could build a ranch in Arc Continent instead. Once his space leveled up and unlocked the ranch, he would then raise some of Earth Euro trademark S animals. Zhao Hai had decided that his development from then onwards was through plantation. The space lacked attack power after all. Planting crops was the most suitable for him. Now he had a large fief, a mountain, a barren land, and rotten corpse swamp. These places were all his fief. But a lot of time was still required to make them usable. Zhao Hai only hoped that the water and soil of his farm space could really change the black wastelands. That way, he could have a large plantable land. No matter the time, a land is where the home sits. As for workforce problems, Zhao Hai never worried about it before, because he knew that there are Euro trademark S a kind of people which wasn't a Euro trademark T present on Earth for a long time, slaves. There were no slaves on Earth, but over here, there were. If you had the money, you could buy many slaves, and the survival of the slaves was completely under your discretion. They would be absolutely loyal to you and would never escape, because every Slavia Euro trademark S body had a special brand of a family. Once a slave was discovered to be out of the presence of a master and ran away alone in secret, then the outcome would be very brutal. As long as his farm could make money, he wouldn't Euro trademark T have to worry about interpersonal matters at all. There were plenty of slaves in the continent. Even if the people weren't a Euro trademark T slaves, as long as someone needed them, a suitable price would be offered, and the nobles would then turn countless people into slaves. Nobles had everything. The world was this simple. But with Zhao Hai Euro trademark S current identity, if he bought in large quantities of slaves all of a sudden, it would attract attention. Theta Euro trademark SY no matter what, he had to do things in low key. Going low profile was the way of he did things. Planting crops was his primary direction. After settling down these thoughts, Zhao Hai let out a long breath and laid down on the bed slowly. Even now he felt like he was still dreaming. He himself was but a normal hobo on Earth. Even though he liked reading traversal novels, it didn't Euro trademark T mean that he himself wanted to traverse. But who knew that such a thing actually happened to him? Heavens, making a hobo leave his computer. Isn't Euro trademark T that the same as turning a lecher into a eunuch? This is seriously too cruel. Zhao Hai let out a long sigh and threw himself to the bed. Watching the rock ceiling made him sigh again. There were no entertainment facilities here whatsoever. How would he let himself live every day? Oh my novel, this is seriously too taxing. It was possible that because he just took in too many memories and the unexpected surprise of having the spatial farm, which made Zhao Hai Euro trademark S nerves went through excitement for a while. Now that the excitement had passed, waves of fatigue sieged him. Without knowing it, he slept soundly again. What Zhao Hai didn't Euro trademark T realize was that when he just slept, the door to his room was pushed open. Meg looked with her head poking in from outside and saw Zhao Hai sleeping with his front side down. She tiptoed in, took the blanket on the bed and put it over him. She then stood next to the bed and whispered as she looked at him, I young master, you have to make up for all this. Buddha family depends on you Euro. She walked out after that and closed the door gently again. When Meg came out of Zhao Hai Euro trademark S room, Green came to her. He looked at her and spoke, how Euro trademark S young master, Meg? What Euro trademark S he doing, Euro? Meg replied, Euro nothing. He slept Euro. Green nodded and spoke, Euro go see how your grandmother Euro trademark S dinner is being prepared, and then come back and call young master after eat Euro trademark S prepared. Euro. We Euro trademark VE come to this place. Noble etiquette can only be put aside Euro. He shook his head and then went back after speaking. Meg looked at her own grandfather. She knew very well how her own grandfather a Euro trademark's feelings were. He gave his whole life for Buddha family, yet no one knew that Buddha family had fallen before his own eyes. How could Green possibly feel well in his mind? Meg walked behind Green towards the kitchen. There was only Malin for a chef, but she was only responsible for their meals. What the slaves outside would eat was none of her business. Green had already given the slaves things to eat. They would do it themselves. Green great approved of Malin a Euro trademark's methods. The slaves were originally unfortunate people. In here eat a Euro trademark's still not bad. Though they couldn't a Euro trademark eat too well, they could still be full. If it were other nobles, their stomachs would never be fully fed. Meg was also very clear that Buddha family was being completely supported by Grandpa Green right now, and young Master Adam knew absolutely nothing. Now she only hoped that Adam would be a little more knowledgeable and stop fooling around. Otherwise, Buddha family would really have no hope left. But even if Adam were to be knowledgeable, the things he needed to learn would be many. He was totally a playboy in the past and a typical example of being talentless and illiterate. He didn't a Euro trademark have the slightest experience of managing a family. It would be fine if he wished to learn. If he wouldn't a Euro trademark learn and still bark orders blindly, then with their current condition, they wouldn't a Euro trademark be able to last for more than a few years. Even though Buddha family wasn't a Euro trademark too rich, it was still a noble family. It was deemed guilty, but it wasn't a Euro trademark foreclosed, so the family still had some money. The total was nearly 100,000. This was already not a small sum. But now this money had been turned into various supplies by Green, and only more than 100 gold coins were left. If Buddha family still spent as it did before, these people would only starve to death while clenching their own necks. Now, Autumn a Euro trademark's behavior would determine the survival of Buddha family itself.